Welcome. I'm your host, Dustin, and welcome to episode 30 of SCREAMBOX Essential Picks. Taking me a while to get this one out because I've been trying to hand pick ones that I think would be great. For those of you who don't know that these films are on here, that's the whole reason why we're doing this series. And for it to be 30 episodes in, which is 60 movie titles, is really crazy. And for anybody who's tuning in for the first time on this series is just to highlight and explain why I think these films are an essential viewing. And for anybody who's thinking about going on SCREAMBOX or whoever's already on SCREAMBOX and you haven't seen these films, go ahead and seek them out. So before we jump into it, I just need to say a huge thanks to everybody who does listen to this show, watches it on YouTube. If you guys are listening to it on audio platforms, it's amazing. Just make sure if you are, you guys are giving it a thumbs up, you're sharing it, liking it, commenting on it, wherever it is that you're listening to it. And also, big thanks to my Patreons. For $1 a month, you guys get all these episodes at least 1 to 2 days early. I've been trying to add in some extra content over on there that's only on Patreon. That won't be anywhere else. And lastly, a huge thanks to SCREAMBOX for being amazing, for doing live events with me, for sponsoring them, for allowing me to see some movies that are going on the platform early, for getting interviews, a bunch of other things. So thank you to everybody who makes this stuff happen. It means a lot to me. So let's get right to the episode. So the two films I'm highlighting is Painted in Blood and a classic that has been remade, but we're not talking about the remake. It is The Stepfather. So first off, let's go over on Painted in Blood. Let's go over the synopsis. I'll tell you what I thought about it and why you should go and watch it. So the synopsis is Malik, an aspiring painter, takes a job as a security guard at an art museum to make extra cash. However, things quickly become terrifying when the figure inside one of the paintings starts speaking to him and walking around at night. So what I have to say about this film is it's fun. It's a quick film. It goes by really fast. Some of the effects that are in here are really cool. I think the setups for a lot of it's really awesome. It has like a weird kind of supernatural element to it. Obviously, it's a haunted painting. And the creature, like the guy that's like in the painting, all I can think of is that he's from like Hellraiser. He's a Cenobite. That's all I can think of. It's like, it looks like the Chatterer, but he's really cool. And the things that happen in here, there's some twists and turns that happen with Malik and people he knows. He loses the job, but then he tries to go back and do things, and everything starts going twisty-turny for him. There's some really good little scares in here of like what the house is and like what kind of happens at this museum. I think it's really fun. And if you're looking for a laid-back, just popcorn movie, this one I really recommend. And the main actor that we really hone in on is played by DeAndre Tagle. Go check him out for any of his other work. And this movie was written and directed by Aaron Mortes, which is a very good film. These are the types of films when I watch them that can be very make or break for me. And this one definitely made it. I thought it was really fun. Some, like I said, good twists and turns. The special effects maker that was used in it is really cool. The paintings that were in here are really cool, which I imagine they were all original. Somebody probably on the crew made it. I haven't really dived too deep and behind the scenes of where these paintings came from or who created them, or if it was someone from the art team. But kudos to everybody that partook in this film for making it very enjoyable. And for the next film, which like I said, it is not the remake. Let's go ahead and read a synopsis on this one. Okay. The Stepfather, 1987. After murdering his entire family, a man marries a widow with a teenage daughter in another town and prepares to do it all over again. All right. This is a classic, but every time I watch this film, I have to say this because it always gives me this type of vibe, even though it's nothing that he would have made. It gives me like a John Hughes kind of feeling of this film. Like there's some good, really like outburst scenes in here, but there's like the overall tone of how this film was shot, how it looks. It legit feels like something that John Hughes would have created, but he didn't. It was actually, I can tell you, directed by Joseph Rubin, and it's got a couple other writers in it. But this is a film that spawned a sequel, or maybe even two sequels. Yeah, two sequels, and then it was remade. And I believe, what year was it? Let me see. 2009, which I don't know if I've ever seen that one. But it's a great film. It opens up pretty brutal, even though you don't really see things that happen, but just how things are shown and already like laid out, like what you're getting yourself into, is brilliant. I love that the killer like immediately. He's the first person you see, and you already dive into his psyche of like what he's going to be doing, essentially why he's doing it too. You find that out very, very quickly. And then the daughter of the family that he now marries into is very skeptical of him, rightfully so. She's very on point of that. And then people just kind of dying around her, and then the ending is crazy. I think it's a really, really cool ending of the family finally going out and stopping this guy. So go seek that one out. Watch the sequels if you want to. I do remember watching them, but not liking them as much as this one. But maybe I need to go and revisit it, because maybe I'm a little bit more inclined to like them, because I find out as I get older, with films that I watched when I was younger, I didn't really appreciate or like that much. And now when I'm watching them now, I'm like, I like that now. I wonder why that is. But go check these films out. Painted in Blood and The Stepfather, both great films. SCREAMBOX has so much to offer. It's getting nearly impossible for me now to get caught up and cover more films unless I'm doing like 2 or 3 episodes a week. But I don't want to do that, because I don't want to overload everybody to add these to your watch list or whatever. I want to make sure you guys have enough time to watch the films, if you want to, that I am highlighting and talking about. It's insane the output SCREAMBOX has been literally putting out over the past year. It's insane, and I feel like every month it just grows and grows and grows. Yeah, we lose some titles here and there. Like one of my favorite titles that I covered was like one of the early episodes I did for this was Killer Party. I love that film, and unfortunately that's not on SCREAMBOX anymore, but you can watch it on Amazon. It's very, very good. But go check these two out. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, if you're listening to this on audio platforms, sharing it, liking it, commenting on it. If you're watching this on YouTube, do the same thing there. It means a lot to me. Just trying to boost those numbers. And if you want to support the show even more, for me to do cooler things or add more stuff to my background or anything like that, you guys can go support me on Patreon. That's just the Baron's Hideout podcast at Patreon for $1 a month. And I will see everybody on the next one. Thank you.